Recording this. Wait a second. There's something wrong with my left eye for sure.
You have about this one?
What? Yeah. What is that? Is it swollen?
No, it's literally just.
Well, we are not symmetrical. I learned that at the Mutter Museum. We are for sure not symmetrical.
Listen, this fool sends me these. He didn't even send it. He just starts talking about this thing called the Mutter Museum.
Philip, you know what I'm talking about if you're watching this.
And I Googled it, and I saw some of the most astounding things I have ever seen.
It's disgusting.
Disgusting. Truly. I mean, not disgusting. It's just human anomalies. It's a museum of human anomalies in Pennsylvania, Philadelphia. I've got to go see it in person, but I saw a lot of stuff on the internet.
But yeah, we
just
are not
Google
symmetrical.
Mutter Museum.
Just make sure no one is near you that might have a queasy stomach or just is younger than maybe age 21.
And yeah, maybe if they're sensitive to things like
skeletons, dead bodies,
all kinds of human organisms.
Just feet. Yeah, like just cut off or anything like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we gotta get that Berzerker. Wait. Yeah, we gotta get that Berzerker
there
going.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah. See, look, this isn't Berzerker. Yeah, look
No.
at that. That's like I'm in heaven. This is not. We are not in heaven when we are with this song. We are not in heaven.
We are the opposite.
We are in the deep down, according to Berzerker.
Yes.
And if you know Berzerker, you know what we mean. There's a lot of different names for it. Hades, the trash chute outside of Jerusalem, hell, the deep down. That's what we're going with.
Yeah, the song is meant to make you feel like you're in.
Wait, yeah. Let's switch over. Yeah, see, look at it. Oh, see, I should turn everything red. Yeah, for Berzerker.
Can you just take the whole track and make it red?
Yeah. That's what I'm about to do.
So he's option C, right?
Yeah. So wait, yeah. Look at that.
Oh my.
Look at that.
This is perfect.
Now we are in the deep down.
This is going to make it really complicated when you're trying to explain things.
No, I think I can still see it. I mean, or I could just do this when I need, to go back.
Yeah.
But wait, so let's go back to that. Yeah, we'll stay in the deep down.
Wow.
Look at that. Check that out. Look at that.
Smash our red lights.
Yeah, look, here we go. Look at that.
That looks more orange right now, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
no, I don't think I can go any more red than that. I mean, I think I can go brown.
Option C.
It's not. Oh, it's pressing Control C. Yeah, see, like that's.
Ew.
Yeah, that or that. Yeah, it's.
Wait. They don't have a spectrum.
Maybe they do. No. Yeah, they don't. That's
Yeah.
all they have.
All right. Well.
All right.
Logic, fix your red.
Yeah, come on. All right, so here we are.
In
Let's just listen to the first part of it and then just see what jumps out at us.
That's a great call.
So I feel like I can start off and say this song was completely out of our comfort zone. Like when Berzerker, the wrestler. Oh yeah, we didn't even mention that. Berzerker is a wrestler that wrestles with Craig at the BWA with him and Jim/JT Roost. And Berzerker came from the deep down and commissioned us just like Jim did. Jim Roost, not Jim Fracas. Jim Roost did. He came from the deep down. He emerged from just a
screaming.
Pit. Yeah, from a pit. And then essentially he said, oh, just like what you heard. Wait, where's it at? Yeah, this is hard now that everything's not. This is what he said to us when we. That's all we heard.
And he screamed at us, and he commanded us to make him a song for free.
Yes.
That's Berzerker.
Which is not true.
He paid Berzerker.
Berzerker was actually, he was a client.
He was our first clients. Wrestling client.
That's true. Yeah, that's right. Because all the other ones were freebies.
They were in the learning process.
So Berzerker, thank you. We are honored. We are honored by your deep downness.
Your demon.
I meant to just say, but so this, as you can hear, is like heavy metal.
We're not heavy metal.
Yeah,
musicians.
we have never played that in our life. And I have for sure never recorded or mixed. Dude, I'm gonna have to go back to my colors. But we have for sure never recorded and mixed, and he's never really played, just for fun maybe, but never like, okay, we actually got to try to make this work.
Yeah, I've honestly not even for fun ever played heavy metal. I know nothing about the technique, about the style, about the tuning, about anything.
Yeah, you're when we get into it, you're gonna have to really tell them how you did some of your tunings.
We'll get
and stuff.
into it. We'll get into it. And how we found the sound we were looking for.
Yes, which it was. I would say we really crafted this song. As crazy as this song sounds, and it's just like, oh, that's just a bunch of like, it's like we really crafted everything that was going on here. Like starting off with like this right here, it's just like some random construction sounds that I found. I think it was just like metal slamming on the ground somewhere on Earth, and then this is some fire. So like fire is happening in the deep down. Check that out. So behind all of everything that's happening, there is just fire, like. And then
licking your ears.
The greatest, just like what we showed you a minute ago.
You want to explain what that really is?
So, just so happened, a famous person on this channel, AT, the Sinister Minister.
We haven't done his video yet.
Oh yeah, that's true. We haven't done that one yet, but that is to come. But he just so happened to be around when we were making this song, and he was at my house, and I just told him, I said, grab that mic, just go for it. Wait, I think I have
the original.
Yeah, I have all his sessions.
Oh,
like they're hidden. So like, yeah, if Logic people, if you press H, you can just hide so much stuff. Watch it. Look at that. Look at it. Look at that. So, but yeah, like I have all of his
screams from the deep down.
That's what we called it.
Solo it.
That's what I'm trying to work on it. Okay. Yeah. Wait. There we go.
Okay.
So yeah, this is AT.
Full in.
This is him with no. Well, here I'll play it with the.
You can turn off the pitch shift.
I will.
This doesn't appear in the song, just so you know.
Yeah. This is hidden. Like this is just some recordings. So let me let you hear that same thing with. So this is AT, just so you all know. We just put the mic in front of him. We said just go with the music. So this is him. but we had the pitch filter on. Down. I think
the first time he did, because he was saying like deep down. He didn't have the pitch filter on when he recorded it.
Yeah, I think he's saying down. Down. You'll have to tell us, AT, what you're really saying. But listen to this. That's a good
great
laugh.
Evil laugh. Man.
Listen to it with it. Okay, now I have one recording of him. Literally, he started laughing while he was doing this recording because it was just so funny. Like we couldn't keep it together.
It's later on, I think. I don't know.
I'm trying to find it.
I think you might have deleted it, man.
No, there's no way. That's not it. It's got to be here somewhere. Oh, it's right here. It's right here.
Oh.
Found it. So AT literally started cracking up and is crying.
Because if you were in this studio right now and you put these headphones on and you were speaking with the pitch shift on, there's no way to do that right now. But
no.
But like.
Well, do you want the pitch shift on or off?
On.
Okay, this is it.
This is what he was experiencing in that moment.
Down.
He's hearing himself sounding like this, and he can't stop laughing.
That's him just laughing.
That's what we were hearing. Tears in his eyes. I mean, this man is crying.
Down.
He tried to include it.
Down. Oh yeah, just that part. So yeah, all this is just like I go deeper. So wait. See, it could go high.
Alvin and the Chipmunk style.
So, but yeah, that's we've probably made our point.
Yeah,
how funny it was.
That was probably the best part of making this song, was trying to find laughs, which only get in the end of the song. It only gets featured for like probably a total of 10 seconds in this entire track.
Yeah, like there's only 2 actual laughs.
And we spent probably 45 minutes in here doing that. That's the crazy thing about this. Is like you'll never know the effort that an artist puts into what they're doing. And so that's why you watch these videos, to find out. All right, I guess we can start it like. Oh, you just take it from here, man.
So,
I don't know.
Yeah, you heard the fire, you heard the laughing. Those were some important stuff. And then I think this is like I think I've called it monster kick. Let's see what that is. Sounds like a monster kick.
It's got some distortion.
It's just a sample. I literally have nothing on that except reverb. That's it. So it's just, when everything comes in. So we could talk a little bit about like the electrics here. So, it just starts off with this one. And what's crazy about this is a good friend of ours named E.C. Barber. I just asked him, I was like, hey man, can we use your amp and your like head? He has like this Black Star amp head and a speaker cabinet that he built. And I told Craig to bring like all his pedals and like all this stuff because we got to find this like heavy metal tone.
Let's be more precise. We brought every freaking distortion and heavy metal and drive pedal.
Yes.
We could physically get our hands on because we were like, we
borrowed them. We like found them in between the couch cushions. I mean, like everywhere. And at first we were just trying to like use the pedals to get the sound that we wanted. And it just was not working. Like, I mean, no matter what we did, we could not get that like, like this sound. And then when I was just like, just go direct in. Like, and then we just cranked up the gain
on the
drive. We just cranked up the drive on his amp. And then this is literally an amp just mic'd. That's it. No pedal board at all. And that's the sound that came out of that, which is crazy.
That's what AC/DC did back in the day, man.
And so then he did 2 takes. So if you're listening with your iPhone sideways or with headphones, you'll hear, in the left ear, that's 1 take, right ear, and then added a higher up one. And then here's the melody. Sounds great. You might have to talk about what you did to achieve this. Yeah, so like what is that? I mean, I remember you had to tune some crazy stuff.
I've never played in an open C minor chord for this. Like if you strummed the guitar, it was such a low sound compared to what a standard guitar is. I think the lowest sound you were hearing was this one. That was the lowest octave on the...
Yeah.
And typically the lowest octave you hear is this one. That's the lowest note you can possibly hear on a guitar.
So you down-tuned it 1, 2, 3, 4 half steps.
Yes, and almost the entire guitar was down-tuned 4 half steps. So it has this deep, dark sound. But here's the deal. I've learned how to play in open major chords or in other open alternatives, but I've never learned to play in an open minor chord. And so it's very slightly different. But when we're doing these chords, there was a point I genuinely didn't know what chord I was playing. It just sounded metal.
So like this part. Yeah, that part.
Those 2 chords,
we don't know what they are.
I can figure them
They're
out.
tritones. I mean, we know that.
But
And those runs, it's like, I don't know.
we're not metal players. Like,
And I guarantee you they would say the same thing. They'd be playing something like, I don't know what that is.
it just feels right.
So,
I mean, maybe some of them would be like, "Oh, this is a blah blah blah," but we're not those guys. Not in this case.
Okay, and then so he did the bass as well, which is
Sloppy.
so
as
sloppy.
balls.
But I mean, listen to it with everything. And then did a higher one. We added that tube screamer on there again, I think.
I think that's right.
No, maybe not. No.
We
We used
an amp.
We used an amp, and we just cranked the gain on a Fender bass amp.
A Fender Rumble.
Yep. So we hit a high one and a low one. We almost made this high bass amp like it was almost like a baritone guitar. You know. That's all he's doing. And these drums again, same thing.
All Dimitri.
MIDI drums. Yeah, actually, I did I was doing that all on my keyboard here.
He spent tons of time on these drums, trying to.
Because I wanted to get all the double kicks and all that stuff in there too.
It sounds so great compared to anything we've ever done. We don't know what metal is, guys.
I like that beat. Some toms in there too. Okay, but the greatest part of this song, which we haven't played yet, is the C section. We in all these songs we like do these like B or C sections, and it's really where we have fun, or at least we do.
It's almost always in the middle of the song that we insert this like thing that feels more like our origin.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna have to spend some time on this section, so buckle down.
Yeah, for real.
Drums, man.
Laugh. It's hard not to let it keep going. We don't even like metal.
I see why people listen to it though.
Oh
it just drives. Yeah.
We're definitely getting carried away. Okay, so we'll just start from this. This guitar part is also a very interesting thing he did. So those first two are in C minor. So where's my piano? Okay, the piano's playing it. So the first chord, C minor. What he's playing is from a C minor, A flat major. Now this chord right here, that's a D flat major 7, and then G, resolved, then back to C minor. So, but we spent like 15 minutes just trying to find this chord right here, this one. And so if so for those of you that don't know as much about like music theory, like in the key of C, wait, do what? Oh, okay. Yes. So like if that's a C, I know it's backwards for you guys, but you know when you're playing a C minor scale, this chord, this note, a sharp 2 or a flat 2 or a sharp 1, that is not going to be in that scale. So
it doesn't belong.
Yeah, you know it starts off as C, and then A flat, and then D flat. Oh, whoops. Yeah, whatever. And then G. But so what's crazy is we're in the key of C, but that D flat just like comes out of nowhere, and it's just awesome.
And it does I'm telling you guys, we probably went through 5 chords trying to find.
Yeah, we tried literally every chord on like in the scale or like around that scale that we could find.
And we were like, oh, it's just
but only this one. And that inversion, like it needed a very specific one. But so what's funny about, I don't have the prior guitar takes to this, I don't think. Well, let me see. No, I don't.
No, you comped
but
it.
So essentially he did the first one and then we stopped the recording. And then he down to, is that right? You like retuned to like D flat essentially.
Yes.
Or it was,
I would have to tune to whatever the bass note of that chord was.
So this is unplayable essentially.
So that I could play it in these open frames. But if it's doable, if I had, and if I were doing this live in concert or something, I would put a finger here, and then I would be using both fingers and tap like that. However, that just does not sound as good for something like this
as this part. That one. And then like a G suspended kind of thing.
I actually, thank you, Sean Perkinson. I learned how to play that exact scale. It's called a Phrygian dominant scale, and I learned how to play that the guitar
that
lesson
week,
right before this recording.
Yeah, it was like around. I mean, maybe the week before he learned that scale.
And I was like, "There's no way."
Yeah, like it just showed up.
Yeah.
So there's some also really great guitars right here. Yeah, I definitely did some other things to this. I'm trying to think. Maybe
not that much.
I really didn't do as much as I thought. Wow.
What's this Vitamin?
Vitamin is like, it's called an audio enhancer, and it helps kind of spread out. So like, for example, this is your low frequencies, your low mids, mid,
sure.
High mids, high. And each one of those, see these knobs here, they represent how stereo something is. So the farther it is to the right, so like if I grab this and I go all the way to the right, that means the highs over there are being spread, stereo spread. So like, I wonder if you can even hear a difference, but it's very subtle things. That's what makes stuff sound awesome. So with it or without it, with it. So you're pretty much finding the notes, the frequencies in that guitar that you want to be more wide or more narrow. So like, for example, see these mids and these low mids, they didn't get spread out as much as these frequencies, but it's very subtle. Like you don't want to overdo this because things just start to not sound right. So that you can really hear the highs spread out.
I can literally feel it separate.
Yeah. So with the guitar, this is where all the guts are in the song. And then, like, I'll just put that on loop. And then, the bass, which is a really great thing what he did. We have like a DI here. So, this is a DI bass. No keys.
Which means...
Oh yeah, I forgot we went into an amp and we went into the audio interface. We split the signal.
It's the same signal. But what a DI means is that we're running the bass signal directly in
to the audio interface or to the computer.
Basically, you're hearing it as if you could listen to the bass by itself completely.
Yes.
The pickups on the bass.
Yeah, with no amp.
The moment you enable the amp.
So now, this is just the amp. And if you notice, the amp has less low end. I really wanted that like high end in there. And so when you add them both together, so this one just gets the crunch, and then this one gets the body and the depth of it. It's really gross sounding, that amp. I think see, got a tube screamer on that one.
What's your
secret sauce, at least on these songs. So, another really great part about this section is like all of these things together. So piano, choir, and orchestra swells. They haven't come in yet, the swells. and those are real recorded voices. Oh, I don't know why I don't have any orchestra coming in on me. Maybe I have to. Oh, they don't. Oh gosh. Well, looks like we don't have any strings right now.
Well,
malfunction. So we'll just talk about the choir. The choir is from Spitfire. But these are really, I think it's Eric Whitaker's choir, if you know who that is. They were recorded, some singers just going ooh, and opening up into an ah. And so, man, but the strings really add to this song, so I hate that they're not loading up right now. But that's like a really, like that gives it a lot of ambience. So if I take out the piano and the choir, sounds really dead. If you add those back in, gives it a little bit more oomph. And then all the juice comes in. Oh, and there's like a sub kick happening here too, on each one of those hits. See, that's happening in the deep down. And then at the end of this, another laugh. And then we get into the breakdown. Every heavy metal song has to have a breakdown. So, again, there's fire happening down here.
Oh, I get so hyped.
In the deep down to remind us where we are. And then, what's cool about this breakdown, I actually learned this from a ton of YouTube videos, but I essentially, the breakdown is mono. You know, right here at the top, right here. This is mono. There is no spread. It's one guitar and one bass. That's it, just like that. And then, right here, look at how much comes in. That's all what's happening, and each one of those are different takes. So, like, for example, if I just do all these guitars, those are all different takes. We did 4 different takes of this. And then some bass stuff. I think there's an amp, bass crunchy amp going on right here. And then just DI. Or no, it's a bass amp, but it's lower. So we did two different amps.
Yeah.
But also to give it some more tonality, because those guitars were so crunchy, these strings, also by Spitfire, these are all free, by the way. All these like labs that I use, they're sounds by Spitfire Audio, and they give them away for free. So they are some of the most incredible sounds. So these strings are in there to give it some more like, oh, that's what note we're on right now, you know. So all together. So without the strings, with the strings. Oh yeah, and those drums. We didn't even really settle on what the drums are doing here, because he had a lot of different ideas, but we were just, you know, at the end of the day, it was just like, it works.
Yeah, I mean, because this is out of our comfort zone, at some point we have to just make the decision, like,
yeah,
just go with what we had.
I knew I wanted to do double kicks though. So da 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 da, and then double kick. Yeah. So that took a while, but I would just go do cat do cat, and then I went in and added in the so I added that. I just literally dragged it over, you know, like super easy. I didn't stress about it, you know.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
And then now we're kind of towards the end of the song.
Yeah,
now.
At the end of the song, we repeat the A and the B section.
So the drums go crazy. Right, those drums. Interesting thing about that drum part, it's actually the drum part from the A section.
All back in a beat.
So everybody listen to that. So that same beat, I brought it back it's in the B section. So like this part, it's a breakdown the first time, but to spice it up on the second time, it's doing the A section beat. So it does a breakdown the first time. And then yeah, and so it does like one of those breaks. Heavy metal breaks.
Cymbal grab.
Deep down great breaks.
That's really the song for the majority of it.
Yeah, and then just some sub kicks. Oh, this is a very important thing. I forgot about this. Back in the C section, so just to remind you what that is. It's wait, what is soloed? Something soloed. What the? Okay, there we go. There's the C section. Forgot about a very important element. So listen closely right here. There is a tubular bell right here to give it that, like, it made me think of like in the medieval times when it's like someone's about to get beheaded. That's what I was going for, which is we're making this as family friendly as we can. There goes somebody's head. One more time on this breakdown. Just let your body do whatever. Look, he is. Check that out.
Hear that fire crackling in your soul right now? We brought that crap back right there. So essentially, give it a pause for me. The form of the song is, like, if you look up here, this tells you what we're doing. These are called markers. It says it over here, marker. And when you zoom out, you can't kind of zoom in. Let's pull it back.
I might be able to zoom in
There
like in post or whatever.
Intro, right? This is the intro. This means at the very beginning of the song.
It's like a pre-intro right here, and then intro. Lines up right on the bar.
And this is the intro extended. There's just a random marker there.
Yeah, I don't know why I put that there. That shouldn't be there.
And now we're in the A section.
Yep.
The drums are in with us, right? All right, and that happens for a while. And then we move over to B. You hear what the guitars are doing? That's what tells us we're in B. And now we go to C. All right? That marker tells us. Now, if you notice, the A and the B are kind of short, but the C is almost double the length of the A and the B because we like that joint.
You like it.
So
in the deep down.
We doubled the stuff we liked more, I guess. But the form of the song basically, without the intros and interludes right here and stuff, basically just goes A, B, C, D. There's the D.
Yeah, the D is the breakdown.
The breakdown. And then A, B. And we're done.
And we don't ever return back to the C because you can't, it's like to me, there's so many movies that did not need a sequel. To me, Madagascar is one of those movies.
Yeah.
And
Transformers.
Yeah, Transformers. I mean, you can go on and on about movies that should have just been left with that one movie, and they would have been a great movie, and we would have still watched them. But when they came out with that sequel and just ruined everything, it was like, you know what? I don't even like the first one anymore. And so it's the same way with the C-section. We have a good C-section right here.
Beautiful.
A great one.
Something we're proud of.
And you don't have to come back and say it again. You already said it. We already said it right there.
And the A and the B is just reminding you, Berzerker is a maniac, a man who's unstoppable and scary.
And takes people to the deep down.
Yeah.
That's like his thing that he does.
And the C and the D is like what's happening in the deep down. The C is the conversation between the two guys.
Yes.
Berzerker and whoever he brought down there. And the D is the torture.
Yeah, wait.
And then A and B is I am Berzerker. Right now, he's literally shredding them.
And then some relief. But then it just comes right back.
He's like, yeah.
Now he's on his way back up from the deep down for his next victim. He's like,
That's brilliant. All right.
and then this is him like grabbing his next victim right here.
And then we would have gone to C because we would have been having the conversation deep down. But like, no,
we had to end him.
The song is what it is.
If we would have let him keep going, there's no telling how many victims he would have had.
So with Hank Roos, we started with 70 tracks. We had
We're 64.
62 on Jim and 64 on
So
Berzerker.
we're pretty, we stay around the same amount, essentially.
However, I would say that this song required more attention and effort, but less time than any of the other songs. We did it in such a concerted period of time because, well, Berzerker paid us. We were like, we're gonna do this quick.
Yes.
But we had no clue what we were gonna do. He sent us some reference tracks that had some nebulous like screams from hell, and that's basically it. Like some guitars going.
That was like crazy stuff.
Like atonal.
Yeah.
But this, we were like, he sent us 2 tracks. The second track was something closer to what we're doing here and his original theme song before we made this. But we had no clue. We sat down, we found the sound, which took us a long time. We had to go through every pedal that we brought, like we said.
And then none of them worked.
So we finally found our sound, and then we had to just start messing around and find our riffs. And you know what? We finally did.
Yep.
And the 4 main riffs in this song are what came out from us fooling around. There's
that one. That's the first one. Oh, wait. Here's the next one.
That's the second melody we came up with.
Next one.
Now we came up with the chords first.
Yep. Because we had to find that like D flat or whatever.
Yeah.
Right there. Oh, it's such a good change. And then the money.
And then the D section. This is actually the first thing I came up with for this song.
Yeah, we thought this was going to be the intro.
It's such a
What is
ugly,
that?
It's just walking straight down.
D, F, E, flat D. Or wait, we're in C though.
Yeah, it's C.
Yeah, so whatever. Yeah, you can transpose it on your own. That's your homework for you.
I don't know why I was thinking of D minor. But
yeah, transpose that on your own.
This is longer than the other songs because this one took us. It was more special to us in certain ways.
And we I'm not saying we know what we're doing, but we felt more confident in the process too, and from our experience even with the other ones and other songs that we've done. You know, like this is the most recent one that we've done.
Yeah.
And
for wrestling, that is.
Yeah, for the wrestling songs. And so we felt more comfortable doing it. And, you know, we knew I've been learning a lot about like, you know, like putting a one take in the left ear, one take in the right ear. And then I was learning a lot about plugins. Like I just recently got the Waves plugins, you know, like these little things just to like, look, I'll just pull up a bunch of plugins so you could just see some of the crazy stuff that goes into
this is what it takes to make something sound professional, and we're not even quite there yet.
Oh yeah, I mean there's much more complex ways to do this, and there's actual hardware to do this sort of thing. But you know, we know some of you may know what some of these things are, but a lot of you may not know what this is. And so I have to spend like hours and hours on YouTube learning how to use each one of these things, and I'm finally getting a better understanding of it. But it's taken me 2.5 years essentially of just like starting from nothing, from GarageBand, getting to where I am right now.
Man, I wouldn't say you've even been doing it that long because you've grown so fast. You're being humble, but like the process, Dimitri really started doing this at the beginning of 2020, learning this process, and here we are in August of 2021. So we're a year and 8 months in, basically.
Yeah.
And he's really just now like getting to the point where he feels comfortable to even display these things. But like, man, who grows in a year and 8 months to the point that I've been on with him on this journey, and I don't know half the stuff he's talking about with all these plugins and things. Like he's a man obsessed.
Yeah, I've kind of taken a break because I'm like, now I'm trying to put my knowledge like to application. But like there was a period where like every spare second I had in the bathroom before I go to sleep. When I wake up, it was on YouTube, which it would seem like that's a problem, you know. And so I gained all that knowledge as much as I could, and now I'm trying to apply that before I go into my next like thing of knowledge when it comes to all this stuff.
But this song is the apex musically of what we have made it to, especially
with the wrestling intros.
Not even musically. Let's just say like as far as mixes and creativity go, this is the apex of what we made it to so far.
Yeah.
And we're heading up from here. But this is the wrestling world. We also have acoustic music, and we do music for other friends as well. And
yeah, and hopefully
genres.
like. I'm not saying these songs aren't legit, but you know, like hopefully soon we'll be putting some songs that we've done for friends of ours or clients of ours and stuff like that we can like show you guys our process of how we did it and stuff, just to creatively, you know, essentially what we've done. So
yeah, have a good night.
Have a good morning.
Whatever it is.
In the deep down. If that's where you are, we are here. We know what it is. We know where you are. Essentially, we know the vicinity of where you are.
It's tough. And Berzerker, we kept kayfabe for you. You remember this next time I ask you for a favor, buddy.
Oh, because we didn't give his identity.
Share your true identity.
Yeah. So all of you who really know who Berzerker is, he's coming for you. You're the next one of his victims. To the deep down. He's gonna drag you. And then this is gonna be the theme music that you hear. So if you start hearing that, just run. Like this is the running section. And if you don't get out in time, he's got you right there. And then that's the end of your life.